There you go.
Right.
You're on.
All right, YouTube, what's up?
We're back.
We're back.
And we're in the hills.
Bros before bows. We're in the hills. So we thought we'd do a little bit of each time before hunting season comes around, we like to try and get out and test a little bit of gear and just kind of also do a little bit of scouting. So it's actually pretty good that we've got this set up here. We kind of hiked out with Josh and his boys, and we're testing out this new stuff. But it's the good part about this is this is what we used last year. This setup, as far as for our hunting season, this is how we did it. We did it with hammocks and rain flies over the hammocks. And some of the things that we really liked about it, number one, God, that thing is like
it's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of smoke. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. You pretty much put the fire out.
The fire out. It's out.
Okay, anyways.
So it worked really well to keep us dry, and we stayed fairly comfortable.
We did encounter a lot of rain.
Yeah.
A lot of rain.
Last season, we hunted 7 days, right?
Yeah.
7 days total. There was a little break in between, but probably 6 out of the 7 days it rained. And in fact, you know, when I say it rained, some people might not understand that, you know, we grew up in Utah. This isn't Utah.
No.
We're
in the Cascades right now.
Yeah, we grew up in Utah, and when we said it rained that day, it meant, you know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe up to an hour of rain, and then the storm passed. Well, here where we're at, it rained pretty much nonstop for 6 days that we were out hunting. So it was important to keep dry, and that's this setup actually worked pretty well to keep that. I mean, what do you think, Josh?
Oh yeah, it did. I can't do the wide angle.
No, well, that's all right.
No, it actually worked better than what I thought it was gonna do. So,
but the one thing that we found with this setup is, especially in the rain, it's not very mobile. To take down and put up with it wet didn't work out very well.
No.
So
we pretty much had to set up a base camp
and move around that base camp. And unfortunately, I think what happened that during last season is the elk moved on.
Yeah.
And we weren't able to keep up with them, especially just hiking in and out from base camp. I don't know, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I agree. And the biggest reason is I mean, they're not difficult to set up, but it's a little bit more than what you want to have to do every day.
Every day, every night, which
after a long day of hiking through the bush and
like I said, I think our biggest concern was that putting it away wet and then hunting all day, it's heavy. It's heavy and it's less mobile. So what we've decided to test out, what we have here, Josh, what brand is this?
That's a Slumberjack satellite tarp.
So we decided to go with a tarp, a footprint tarp with bags and individual bivvies. Why did we choose Slumberjack?
They're affordable.
Affordable. So it's not like we're not sponsored by Slumberjack, but a lot of the stuff that we use and a lot of stuff that I've been using it's affordable. It's fairly decent quality as far as it goes. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, we can actually go through, review all of the stuff that we've got. I've got the Contour bivvy and the 20 degree downwind bag, and slept pretty good last night in that. We're concerned about a couple of things. I mean, just having a tarp and a bag with a bivy. I mean, this was my first time sleeping in a bivy, and there's a couple things that maybe I didn't like about it. It's just compare the two, Josh. What do you think in between?
So I'll talk from behind the camera.
Here, I got you.
So some of you might think that sleeping all night in a hammock isn't that comfortable, or wouldn't be that comfortable. It's more comfortable than sleeping on the ground in a bivvy. That's the first impression that I have. We've got to do some change to our setup here. If we're gonna actually use this, we need to make it a little more comfortable. The hammocks did work really well for that. If you're gonna do a bivvy, I would suggest make sure that you have a pillow, a good pillow, and some sort of cushion, a mat, a sleeping pad or something, and make sure that it's got a little bit of girth to it. So an inflatable one is probably the way to go. I've got the little foam, like eggshell type.
That's it.
I got one of these, and it's pretty thin, and I thought to myself, you know, it's gonna be thin, but it'll be something better than the ground. In actuality, it's not better than the ground. So I mean, this thing is pretty easy to pack. It folds down pretty well, but it's not very substantial for a ground pad. So
reach into that bivvy in mine and kind of pull that out and see.
And this is what Ken has.
Let's see. So this is a Climate. I don't know, maybe it's not the Climate. Which one's that one? The Static V Climate. Yep. So really super quick blow up, take down, and it's actually really compact once it's down.
And there's a ton of these out there, and you can see it's a little more substantial as far as cushioning. I literally could not tell that I was laying on anything through the bag. So this thing, I am going to, heck, if I hadn't, I might still have the wrapper for this. I might take it back.
There you go.
But anyways, I didn't have a pillow, so I was trying to use my backpack and gear as a pillow, and my shoulders are a little sore. I can't sleep on my back very well, so my shoulders are sore from laying on one side or the other, kind of having my neck kinked.
So things that you might improve on if we're gonna go this route. Number one, you said pillow,
substantial ground pad. The other thing too is we set this up in the dark last night. We might change the configuration. This tarp will go in almost any configuration you want it to. There's some suggested configurations. We'll probably change this a little bit, especially in wet conditions. I don't know if having this up this way is going to be a great way to go.
yeah.
So the bag and bivvy system that I slept in last night was not quite warm enough, but I've got the other one on the way. I've got the Slumberjack downwind 20-degree bag on the way with a contour bivvy. So, and you stayed warm, right?
Yeah, it was warm. And that's, so just to mention again, we're not sponsored by anybody, but I want to give props to Slumberjack for there's certain discounts they do for different groups, and they make it affordable for people that they appreciate, so we want to appreciate them back.
Absolutely. He's being strategic about what he's saying. He gets a military discount.
Exactly. So I appreciate what they do for me, and so yeah,
there's no shame in saying that. Why are you afraid to say that?
I just, yeah.
You don't want to give too much information.
Well, it's not that. It's more like
you can edit that out if you want.
it's more like I don't want them to think that I'm just like whatever. Anyway.
So,
I do appreciate what they do.
Yeah, well,
And maybe, like I said, so we've switched packs around, and maybe when we get our final setup, Josh has got some other stuff coming.
yeah.
For my pack. I switched over to the Mystery Ranch. This is the Selway 60. People that know it, I mean, like I said, I can do a review on it if you guys are interested. I don't know.
We can talk about those maybe later on when we're getting ready to actually do the hunting.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anything else? Heavy arrows.
Just got to throw a plug in for heavy
arrows. Not just heavy arrows. Heavy up front arrows.
All right. High FOC is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
He didn't want to say FOC because...
Yeah, people get tired of hearing about FOC and all that stuff, but do your research.
There you go.
You're not gonna outspeed the animal with the fast arrow. I can understand you want a fast enough arrow, but you need it to be heavy too.
Yeah.